Go ahead and jump into our Google Classroom. And if you scroll down a little bit, one of these top 3 links is the Try It editor. I'm going to go ahead and click on that and open that up. This is the website we're using to make web pages. And then new today, I'm going to go back. Our assignment today is going to be called Camping Checklist. And I know I have the assignment attached down here at the bottom. However, it's this code that I'm interested in first. So I want you to go ahead and highlight all of this code from the top to the bottom. Looks familiar. That's what we've been seeing in the We Try It editor. And go ahead and copy it. Come over to the Try It editor and highlight all of this content on the left and paste over it. So I just copied what I have in here and pasted it in the code area on the Try It editor. I'm going to go ahead and hit run. You might not like yellow. That's okay. Go ahead and change the word yellow to whatever color you want. Same thing with the black text, and you can also change your name. Pause the video if you need to. I'm going to move forward. So one of the things I want to show you how to do is something called a horizontal rule. So I'm gonna hit enter a couple times in here. I can hit enter a million times in here and it doesn't impact my web page, but I need to create some space so I can show you what we're going to be learning today. So you might have to click in here and add some space. So I'm interested in showing you a new tag, and the new tag is a horizontal rule. So it's HR. That's all there is. So if I hit run, makes that line go across the screen. But I can change some things on this line. So after the R, before the greater than symbol, I'm going to hit the space bar, and I'm going to add color equals, I'm going to make it stand out with the color red. And if I hit run, my line is now red. If I want to make it thicker, after red, I'm going to hit the space bar and add size equals, I'm just going to put 9. Generally, any number from 1 to 10 works, but you can put in any number. You can put 20, you can put 30. I wouldn't put in more than I wouldn't even put in 100, but it would work. And that makes this line thicker. So that's a horizontal rule. That's just, you start off with an HR for horizontal rule, and you tell it what color you want and how thick you want it to be. So now there's something that says candy and TV shows. So I'm going to come in here to candy and type in your 3 favorite types of candy. So I like Skittles, Kit Kats, and Snickers. I'm also going to type in my favorite TV shows. I like Survivor. I like Bob's Burgers. And I like the History Channel. I'm just going to be general. All right, so if I hit run, we learned that in the previous lesson that even though I type everything on its own lines here, it doesn't matter for a web page. So I'm going to review some tags. This blank line, if I want a blank line, I kind of clicked in the blank line. I'm going to put a P tag. It stands for paragraph. And if I hit run, that gives me a blank line under candy. So I would need to do the same thing under TV shows. I'm going to put a P tag. I also need the P tag above TV shows. So TV shows, candy. Now Skittles is good, but Kit Kat is on the next line down. So after Skittles, I'm going to add a BR tag. And when I hit run, Kit Kat's now is on its own line. Snickers is with it, so I need to bump Snickers down. So after Kit Kat's, I'm going to put a BR tag and keep doing that for the TV shows too. So under Survivor or after Survivor, your first TV show, I'm going to put a BR tag. Same thing after the second TV show, put a BR tag and hit run. And now that's starting to look a little bit better. So the last step that I want to just review a little bit is candy. I want to make candy stand out. It's the title of this list. It's telling me what this Skittles, Kit Kat, and Snickers are, so it's labeling it. Because it's labeling it, I want to stand out. I'm going to use an H3 tag and a closing H3 tag around it. And so it's bold and it's bigger than Skittles, Kit Kats, and Snickers. I'm going to do the same thing with TV shows. So I'm going to put H3 and H3, a closing H3. So I added some tags around TV shows as well. This sets us up pretty well for the assignment. In fact, you can use this file and modify it if you want to. So I would keep this open, or you can open up a whole new Try It editor. And if you go to Camping Checklist, you're recreating this web page right here. So Camping Checklist, put your name, and you have some lists to type in. And make sure that like tent, stakes, and tarp are on separate lines, but they're all next together. There's an appropriate gap between shelter and tent. So you need to use break tags and P tags. And then here's a horizontal rule. If you want to copy and paste some text, you can copy from there. And then the submitting process, so we want to highlight this code. This program doesn't save for us. So you have to pay money to do that. And we're trying to get away with doing this for free. So if you highlight all of this text in here, you can copy it and paste it into a program called WordPad. And there's two words. There's Word, that's Microsoft program. But if it doesn't say pad on the end, that's not right. It will not work in Word. So we're going to make sure we're in WordPad. Paste it. And then today's assignment, it asks us to save it as camp.html. So when you're saving it, just to review one more time, in WordPad, you're going to go to File, Save As. We're going to put it on the desktop. I know that's probably not where we should be putting it, but that makes it a little bit easier for turning them in. And we can organize that later. So desktop selected here. And if you need to, you might need to scroll up a little bit using the scroll bar. And in this file name, we're going to put camp.html. Once it's saved, you can kind of check it out. We're going to answer yes to any of these questions. And then in Google Classrooms, this is a file that's saved to your desktop. So it says add a file. It's not a link. It's not from your Google Drive. It's on the desktop. So you're going to hit add and hit a file, find it on your desktop, and then you can hit turn in. Good luck.